Morning, everybody. Let me introduce myself. I'm Chris Tew, and I'm VP for Asia Pacific for Artificial Solutions. And today we're going to talk about conversational AI for the financial services sector, and how the drive for business continuity, specifically in customer contact during this very difficult COVID time, leads us to develop solutions that are both innovative and deliver business value. I'm going to start the presentation just showing you, it's actually a screenshot from my WhatsApp, my personal WhatsApp. This is a message from my daughter, who's a lawyer, and she'd been reading MIT's Technology Review and noticed a particular article, which was COVID-19 is emptying call centers of humans and replacing them with AI. And she'd asked me, is that what we do? And of course, I'd replied yes. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to talk about how 2020 became an exercise in failure, specifically around this particular area. At the beginning of 2020, there were over 6 million contact center agents employed in APAC across much of the region, supporting not just APAC, but also the rest of the world. And that's fueled by clearly the low cost of those call centers in the developing countries, etc., and the increasing demand globally. During that period, many organizations were also implementing digital transformation strategies. You may be one of those. And the phrase AI became a must-do, but whether people really understood that is a moot point. And specifically, there was a proliferation of chatbots. Today, most organizations will have a chatbot or want a chatbot, and that's really important. And then COVID-19 hit, and everybody went home. Specifically, call centers went home from where we had outsourced them around the region. But customers kept calling. In fact, customers didn't just keep calling, their numbers increased, and the number of people calling went up and up and up, yet the call centers weren't there to answer it. So there was a problem. In some instances, call center activity had increased by over 400%, but there was no one there to answer. Business downturn meant that cost savings became an immediate must, and ensuring business continuity of the future was now of prime importance in the boardroom. It was now important that if something happened again, that the business didn't shut down because it couldn't talk to its customers. And it triggered a repatriation of call center operations at huge cost to many businesses, many organizations in many countries around the Asia Pacific region. But hang on a minute, if we're going to think about this, we've been carrying on our digital programs over the last sort of 2, 3, 4 years, but why didn't they protect us? They were designed to create a digital environment where actually things could happen in an automated way. And why didn't our investments in AI, and specifically conversational AI, work the way we needed them to work? Why didn't our chatbots protect us from the call center? Why didn't they deflect calls? Why is it we still had the major problems that we had during COVID? But perhaps more importantly, what do we need to do about it? Business continuity and innovation, two sides of the same coin. So I think we all know, we've seen this these are real live examples of how chatbots have failed, and they're all Asia Pacific examples from a very large airline. I'd like to fly from Changi to KL tomorrow. I don't understand your question. How straightforward is that? I want to stay in Bangkok. I don't quite understand your question. Please try rephrasing it. That's a major hotel chain and a major digital bank, a major bank in Asia Pacific. My credit card has been stolen. I don't know how to help you. Now, these are outcome relations. This is where somebody's typed something in and wanted an answer. Just wanted outcome. I want to book a flight. I want to book a hotel. I want to get a new credit card and stop the one I've got. So what do we need to do beyond 2020? Well, if we think about talking to a customer, we know that there's a complexity from sales right the way through the customer journey into support. And most chatbots are really trying to deal with very simple examples right in the middle and still needing call center operatives to do anything beyond the very simple. but the very simple can be found on a website. So what we really need to do is think about how we move out into the complexity of sales and the journey right the way through to support in an automated fashion. How do we use virtual assistants to actually do that? Well, we need to understand what that is, of course. So if you're looking at human versus digital, so a real call center operative has a lot of benefits. They're very expensive, but they're able to hold a conversation with a person, with a customer, and if trained properly, can achieve great things and make the customer leave happy. I'm not saying that happens all the way, but that's the ideal. The digital world, websites, mobile apps, etc., very cost effective, but unfortunately it's unidirectional and doesn't really understand me. However, it's there 24/7 and I can find information from it to do simple stuff. And the real answer is, the real solution is that actually people in a call center are outcome related. We talked about that, actually, that they deliver outcomes. When you want an outcome, you want to book a flight, you want to book a hotel, that's what you can actually do with a call center. Whereas most websites are informational only. So don't really foster the outcome itself, just provide informational. And that's where most chatbots sit today. They're informational. They offer fractionally more benefit, or even some instances not more benefit than a website itself. And so really are sloughing in that trough of disillusionment. What we really need to do, if we're going to make this chatbot, the virtual assistant, the best employee in the bank, we have to make it more conversational. We have to take it away from just being informational, providing information, let customers make a decision, to outcome related, to be able to push, to sell, to cross-sell, to resolve problems, to clarify, to disambiguate, to hold a conversation with the customer so they get the outcome they want, and that you, the organization, gets the outcome that they want in a multi-turn way. And maybe we can do this. Something like this.
Eccomi, sono appena entrata in Widiba Home, la prima filiale di Widiba. Praticamente come averla in casa, anzi, dentro casa mia.
Benvenuta nella tua banca.
Un luogo dove tutte le operazioni che di solito si fanno in filiale diventano possibili grazie al mio sguardo. Vedete il puntatore? E dove restare in contatto con il mio consulente personale è semplicissimo. Mi bastano pochi secondi per controllare il saldo e gli ultimi movimenti. È anche facile tenere d'occhio tutte le carte. E se voglio, posso anche fare altre operazioni, come ricaricare una carta prepagata, ricaricare il credito telefonico e, ovviamente, fare un bonifico. Oppure, con i comandi vocali, posso chiedere direttamente a lui quello che desidero sapere o l'operazione che voglio fare. Ad esempio, ho ricevuto il bonifico dell'affitto?
Sì, Teresa. Bonifico ricevuto il 27 giugno alle 15:30.
Posso anche attivare una linea vincolata.
Inserisci l'importo che vuoi vincolare. Scegli la durata. Ecco, già fatto.
Grazie. Ora vorrei controllare gli investimenti fatti con il mio consulente.
Certo, al primo piano.
Sì, grazie. Conosco la strada. Anche se per vederli dovrò salire le scale. Ma tranquilli, nessuna fatica. Posso controllare la situazione del portafoglio, i miei immobili e l'analisi dei bisogni, l'andamento dei titoli e le loro quotazioni.
So this is Artificial Solutions. We provide the technology behind the Widiba Bank virtual bank that you've just seen, and the technology that would drive a virtual bank concierge like you saw earlier on. We'd love to talk to you. Please come onto our virtual booth and have a chat with either myself or Alex Hoffman at any time. Thank you very much.